should be on now. Now, what I want you to do is to tell us the story of the second woman as president of the Golden Rain Foundation. So would you please tell us what year and everything? Can you tell us that? Well, I moved.
I had the experience that could handle that. And so a couple of years later, I was the president of Mutual One. And I did that job for a while. And then after that, I went on the board elected by the residents of Mutual One to be on the Golden Rain Foundation board. And I've served on the Golden Rain Foundation board as secretary, assistant secretary, and on various committees, recreation committee, publication committee, executive committee, and just last year, for this year, I've been elected as the second woman president of Leisure World.
Very nice. You don't mind telling us how old you are, do you?
Not at all. I'm 84. I'm healthy and well, and I plan to be around for a good many years more.
Well, thank you, Miss Tuttle. Thank you very much. You're a part of history now.
You could have warned me that I had to do that. Fine evening.
Got you now.
Start over again?
Yes, please.
Okay. I lived in... The time I was living in Mutual 2, I was working in downtown Los Angeles, but I retired and looked around for something to do, so I ran for the Golden Rain Board. The second year I was on the board, for some reason or other, I was elected president. George Supple had just been president for 6 years consecutively, and right after he retired, the board passed the Supple Amendment, which said that no one could serve for more than 3 consecutive years. I served 3 years as president, and then 3 years later, George moved back off. John Broadus was elected president, and he died a couple of months into his term, and I was elected to fill out his term. So that made my 4th year as presidency. Then I got married to this lovely young lady and moved up to Mutual 6. And after a while, I ran for the Mutual Board up in Mutual 6, or ran for the Golden Rain Board up in Mutual 6. You're going to have to edit this thing. Ran to the Golden Rain Board in Mutual 6. And the next year, they elected me president, and I served for another 3-year term. So I have served, really, 7 years as president of the Golden Rain Foundation out of the 14 years that I've been on the board. And I hope I never have to do it again.
Well, thank you, Howard. That's quite a history. What would you, wait a minute, what would you consider the biggest thing that happened while you were on the board? The most exciting thing or the most prominent thing?
Well, I think this flood was probably the most exciting thing that happened while I was president at the time. The other things that have happened while I was president, we built the administration building, better known as McCurdy's Folly at the time, and we are now building the new McCurdy's Folly because while president, I promoted the construction of the new healthcare center, which is now being completed.
Well, thank you very much. That's quite a history. Thanks, Howard. And you're ready? This is Mr. Bill Narang. Okay, Bill.
Yes, ma'am. I want you to know that I have been working with First Columbia Management Company since 1979, and when the flood of 1995 took place, I was the administrator and CEO of the company assigned to see Leisure World and work for the Golden Rain Foundation in making sure that all of the procedures and activities of the communities were carried out. I can share this with you so that you people can all remember that that day when the flood took place, the staff did absolutely remarkable for this community. Under my responsibility, I think people were very involved. My company was there to assist the residents. We really worked very well together that evening and days to follow under the management operation that we had an agreement with the Golden Rain Foundation to see day-to-day activities of the community. It's been a tough situation, but I think we came out to be extremely blessed that nothing happened to any of our residents, and we did suffer property damage. And you know, with my knowledge with the First Columbia Management Company and with other people, with the Department of Housing and Urban Development, with my background with Federal National Mortgage Association, I was very successful in bringing federal regulatory agencies to come and assist Seal Beach Leisure World, Golden Rain Foundation, the Mutual, and the residents. And you know, in the final analysis, we were successful in seeing to it that the financial loss was practically nothing to any of the residents or any of the mutuals. And yes, we were successful in getting the money from FEMA, from HUD, and we didn't have to use any of our major reserves to cope with all of the difficulties. And we did not increase assessments for the residents to take care of the flood damage of 1995. It was a bad situation, but we learned a lot, and I am really honored and proud to be part of such fabulous group of employees and residents and volunteers in dealing with a difficult situation. Thank you.
How many years?
I've been working here now since 1979, so that's almost 19 years that I joined. I became involved with Seal Beach Leisure World.
Do you mind telling us how old you are?
I am 52 years old now. I have 3 children. My wife and I have been married for 25 years now, and we are a very good part of this community. I think I take a lot of love and care in dealing with the people in here because I do associate and work very well with Leisure World residents in dealing with their day-to-day concerns of the community.
Could you explain what happened April 1st as far as your status is concerned?
Well, in April 1 of 1998, Golden Rain Foundation asked me, and I agreed in negotiating a different arrangement. Rather than being the employee of the First Columbia Management Company, the Golden Rain Foundation asked me if I would be interested in becoming an employee, and mutually we successfully over the months negotiated that I will become an employee of the Golden Rain Foundation, and then I will divest my interest in the all-site resale operation, the J.L. Moyer Company, and J.L. Moyer Company will continue to operate under the ownership of Chuck Brisky, and I will work directly for the Golden Rain Foundation, and I really consider it an honor that now I have become a member and a part of the overall family of Seal Beach Leisure World, and I look forward to working in the best possible way for the community and make life comfortable and keep affordability in mind.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Narang. That's
Yes,
wonderful.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.